Welcome back to the Express down at Sunset Beach. Summer. It's time for rollerblades. It's time for flip-flops. And it's time for that Cinderella story glass wedding slipper. Up next on West Coast Style, it's part one of Mana Mansour's series devoted to everything bridal.
Pacific Center's West Coast Style is brought to you by Pacific Center.
The West Coast is one of the most beautiful places on the planet, and I'm on the hunt to make sure that the people here look just as good as where they live. I'm Mana Mansour, and I'm a lifestyle journalist searching for the most cutting-edge fashion and beauty hotspots, deals, and tips, all in our own backyard. I'll do the shopping so you don't have to. This is West Coast Style. With summer almost here, it's the official start of wedding season on the West Coast. Today, I've made it my mission to bring you the most elegant ideas for your celebration of romance. Romance is definitely in the air thanks to the Rosewood Hotel Georgia. Here, the stage is set in the Hotel Spanish Ballroom, the venue for the art of romance, an intimate wedding showcase, giving guests an up-close and personal look at the venue, as well as celebrating Vancouver designer Jason Matlow's much-anticipated 2012 bridal collection. Now, what wedding showcase would be complete without some brides-to-be? I've invited the recently engaged local PR professional, Jackie Peterson, to join me in experiencing all of today's wedding glamour.
I just got engaged a month ago. He took me to a beautiful hotel in Cole Harbour overlooking the ocean and proposed to me on one knee with this beautiful vintage estate ring. It was the most perfect day. Well, I love all things fabulous. I love dresses, I love lace, I love glam. It's just really the most perfect event for me. I'm just so happy to be here.
The first step to creating the mood for your wedding is booking the venue. So I've made sure to ask Rosewood Hotel Georgia's managing director, Steve Halliday, to take Jackie and I on a tour of the hotel, proving that it not only makes a great wedding fashion show venue, but the perfect place to host the real deal.
We're coming up the beautiful grand staircase at the Rosewood Hotel Georgia, and this is kind of where everything begins.
Oh, so beautiful up here, Steve. Oh, if I'm not mistaken, the hotel was originally built in the 1920s, correct?
1927. This ballroom area and our lobby was put back piece by piece, very carefully, to the exact specifications of what it was like, only new in 1927.
I'm excited to see the ballroom now.
Yes, let's go see. Well, here we are.
Wow.
Here she is. The beautiful Spanish ballroom. I call it the inside of our wedding cake.
It's just stunning to walk into something that's been restored, so it kind of has that modern feel, but also has like the vintage charm.
So Jackie's getting married, not quite yet, but she does have a guest list, I heard. So how many people can this room fit?
Comfortably 160 to 175 people. It's just perfect for that.
Now that Jackie and I had some ideas for her ceremony and reception, it was time to take care of what the honeymoon could look like.
Welcome to the Lord Stanley Suite, one of our two beautiful honeymoon suites.
Wow. Oh my gosh, wow.
The Lord Stanley Suite is roughly about 2,800 square feet.
Wow.
And it's 2 bedrooms.
And throwback 1940s.
Yeah, we even have a fireplace that actually works. The beautiful bathroom is all marble with heated floors.
Oh, of course. I love that. Gotta have the nice heated floors.
That's right, that's right.
Post-wedding.
We have a lot of brides have been in this room, including VIPs from around the world.
Perhaps the most impressive aspect of the Lord Stanley Suite isn't its celeb clientele, but what awaits up above.
Well, this is our beautiful rooftop deck.
Gorgeous. It's gorgeous
up here. A plunge pool, a fireplace.
An amazing view.
An amazing view.
Well, this has been such a beautiful tour, Steve. I've had an amazing time. I may not be a bride-to-be, but I sure wish I was one right now.
I'm waiting for the call.
The Rosewood Hotel Georgia's elegant wedding facilities gave me fantasies of grandeur. But what did our bride-to-be think?
I would definitely see myself getting married at the Rosewood Hotel Georgia. It's fresh, it's beautiful, it's classic. I love it.
With a possible wedding venue now in mind, next was finding a wedding dress with the same level of wow factor. Tune in next week as I bring you part 2 of my coverage of the Art of Romance Wedding Showcase, full of couture bridal fashion and jewelry that took both Jackie and I's breath away. And I guarantee, soon enough, yours too. I'm Mana Mansour for West Coast Style.
Pacific Center's West Coast Style has been brought to you by Pacific Center.
You can find the Rosewood Hotel Georgia's wedding brochure online. And next week on The Express, it's the grand finale of the West Coast Style Wedding Inspiration Series. But right now is a little bit of Father's Day inspiration. We are off to Mission Secondary School for a pre-race inspection for the Mission Soapbox Derby. Fathers and sons came to weigh in their carts and their creativity.
At Mission Soapbox Derby pre-race inspection, Mission Secondary School, getting ready for the 14th annual Mission and District Soapbox Derby.
Everything's in place. How's the cars? Cars are good?
Cars are good.
So really you're ready for the 16th of June? Basically what we're doing is we're getting the children in here to get them registered, weighed, and matched to a car for our main race.
Should be a lap belt, shouldn't it?
No, this is acceptable. Mostly what I'm looking for is you want to see if the car has any loose or falling off parts. You want to look at the steering, make sure the cables are tight. You want to make sure that everything is double nutted. You've got the shields and the seatbelt. And the roll bar is sound and effective. Concerned for the safety of the kids driving the car, as well as, people watching.
It's a heavy sucker.
Okay, let's go weigh this car. We'll throw it on the scale. We want to weigh it, also weigh the child as well. 104.2. The two weights together can't be over 250 pounds.
124.3. Frenchie. The coolest thing about our car, it was built by Ken Horner. He was a family friend who passed away. Don't really have a strategy. Race for fun.
1999 was the first year we started racing on First Avenue. This is a picture of when it used to race back in its heyday in 1947. That was when thousands and thousands of people used to come out to Mission from all over Canada and the United States.
The hill itself is Stave Lake Hill. Starts off at Best and goes down to 11th or Prentice on the Heritage Park School side.
The start is further up the hill. Total track itself is about 600 meters long with a 500-meter running track and a 100-meter runoff at the end. The roads in and around the area of Stave Lake will be closed to traffic, but we welcome all public in the area and the vicinity to come out and check out the Soapbox Derby.
The name of our car is the Black Pearl. It looks like a hot rod. We painted the rims red. I take the straightest lines and look for no bumps. Like if there was a turn, I would pick the straightest line in the turn to not turn so much.
Well, the Mission Soapbox Derby has been around in one way or another for a very long time, and it's a part of the heritage of Mission. We do it because of the kids. With the racetrack that we have here in Mission that a lot of people come to now, there's something that kids can do when it comes to racing as well. And it also gives a chance for parents that want to build their own cars to work on it together. Father and son, daughter and son, as a family, to work on them together to build it.
Come on down June 16th to support the Mission Soapbox Derby.
The 14th annual Mission Soapbox Derby race happens on June 16th at Stave Lake Hill. Sounds like a great Father's Day outing. It's not the only one, though. We have more ideas for you up after the break. Most of them don't involve a helmet.
The course is 6,500 yards from the back tees.
Quality assured collision road trip. World-class golf in the Fraser Valley.
I'll be running the symbolic length of that pipeline across BC.
Band Together BC. Volunteering in Whistler for the Hold Hands, Not Tar Sands campaign. The Express. We are your local voice.
The Express is brought to you in part by Plum, fashion supplier to host Johanna Ward.
Welcome back to the Express down at Sunset Beach. I've got my rollerblades on, but up next on the show, we've got a whole different set of wheels. On today's Quality Assured Collision Road Trip, we're heading to a place where the Harrison and Fraser Rivers meet the Pacific Coastal Mountains. You can find a boutique B&B, and you can also find a world-class golf resort.
Travel along with us as we explore the many marvelous attractions and activities of beautiful British Columbia on the Quality Assured Collision Road Trip.
Just off Lougheed Highway in the Fraser Valley, about 100 kilometers east of Vancouver, serenity awaits. The secluded 160-acre Pretty Estates resort in Harrison Mills offers you a luxurious stay at Rowena's Inn and a breathtaking round at the Sandpiper Golf Course. Step inside one of the 4 cabins on the property and there's no reason to leave. Besides the king-size bed and heated slate floors, a platter of local fruit, cheese, and wine awaits your arrival in front of a warm, welcoming, wood-burning fire.
The cabin would be perfect for a young couple. Just starting out, they're very romantic stages. You can just come and get away and be secluded.
Breakfast is delivered directly to your cabin door each morning, and you can order room service for other meals as well, ensuring you don't have to leave your private balcony.
We get all kinds of groups. There's couples and single guys coming and golfing. We get girls coming and staying all the time. Birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, family gatherings.
And besides the cabins, there's also the main house accommodation with 5 unique rooms.
It's a completely different feel. The cabins are a little bit more modern, luxurious. The rooms are, I would say, vintage and more homey feeling.
After breakfast in your cabin or room, you may just want to savor the West Coast cuisine served in the River's Edge restaurant, where you don't need to be an overnight guest to enjoy a relaxing meal, the theme for the rest of your day.
We have the pool for you to enjoy with a hot tub, and there's golf as well.
The course is 6,500 yards from the back tees, and then it can play all the way to 4,300 yards from the forward tees. I think that it being along the Harrison River is just fantastic. And being with the mountain backdrops, and then you get all the trees. I think that really makes it unique in a sense that you get to experience forest golf and then also experience the water, and it's fantastic.
And right on the public course is a full-service pro shop where you can rent a set of clubs, change your grips, or decide whether it's a walk or ride the grounds kind of day. But how you actually get to the golf grounds is up to you.
We have a 2,100-foot airstrip on the property for small planes to come and land. And there's also the boat launch there as well.
So, if you find yourself in the Fraser Valley, head north of the Harrison and Fraser Rivers and enjoy an unforgettable experience at Rowena's Inn on the river or at the Sandpiper Golf Resort. In Harrison Mills, I'm Tiffany Gurdon for Shaw TV.
Entertaining and informative, the Quality Assured Collision Road Trip. Weekends on Shaw TV. Always something new and exciting.
The website is sandpiperresort.ca to book your day trip, road trip, or summer vacation. Now, another great spot that's hopping year-round is Whistler. But life in Whistler Village isn't just about boarding and biking. We're checking back in with Nicole Fitzgerald to talk more about Band Together BC and how people can get involved.
Band Together BC is about community engagement. It's about looking at alternative energy sources, and most importantly, it's about change.
It's a massive pipeline running through extremely rugged terrain. The company that's doing it, Enbridge, has a pretty poor track record. They have an average of 67 spills every single year.
The proposed Northern Gateway Pipeline. This is what occupies Kim Slater's thoughts on her runs.
The National Energy Board has done studies, and they've said that for every 1,000 kilometers of pipeline, there'll be a spill every 16 years. That's just how the numbers crunch. So the certainty of a spill is 100%. The supertankers are the length of the Empire State Building. They can hold 2 million barrels of oil, just one. So you can imagine that the hairpin turns that they have to navigate, pretty much a 100% certainty that there'll be a spill there.
Disturbing facts, ones that would devastate wildlife, rivers, and oceans. But what can one person do in the face of big business and politicians? It's just one step at a time. One pounding runner at a time. That's what this Whistler resident is determined to do to ensure voices from communities across BC are heard.
This was a chance to connect with people across British Columbia, and I'll be running the symbolic length of that pipeline across BC.
On July 8th, this marathon runner will begin her 1,170-kilometer journey along Highway 16 to the Albertan border. Slater's campaign, Band Together BC, not only invites communities to share their thoughts on topics such as the proposed Northern Gateway Pipeline, but the run also aims to create dialogue around clean energy alternatives.
I'm looking for ideas. I'm looking to others that have perhaps close proximity to the oil and gas industry, or people that are experimenting with going off-grid. And a lot of the northern communities, there are people that are using microhydro or solar or wind to provide energy for their home and even in their community.
Slater will reach out to communities and then in turn extend those stories to a greater audience via cyberspace.
I've seen this as being a grassroots campaign, so something that involves face-to-face connections on the ground, but then also being able to reach a broader audience by sharing those via social media. I'm using a crowdsourced funding platform called Indiegogo.
Time, skills, and funding is needed. There are many ways to get involved. Donate online, filmmaking expertise is needed, or get behind the wheel of a vegetable oil-run pace car.
Also, just people who maybe have connections in the northern communities. I could really still working to reach those places and those people.
The proposed Northern Gateway pipeline affects all British Columbians, and Band Together BC will ensure residents are informed.
This pipeline isn't to be able to use this commodity for domestic consumption, it's to sell it to a foreign market. It doesn't help in terms of energy security. The number of jobs that are created are pretty minimal. I mean, it goes on and on and on about this proposal just doesn't seem to make sense in so many different ways. So, you know, I would like to find alternatives.
From Whistler, I'm Nicole Fitzgerald for Shaw TV.
The website is Band Together BC to find out how you can get involved. And for more community to be had around the Sea to Sky, Metro Vancouver, and the Fraser Valley, here's the 411 on the FYI.
Radar's Quality Assured Collisions FYI is presented by Radar's Quality Assured Collision, an ICBC Valet accredited repair facility.
The Scotiabank Canadian Open Fast Pitch International Championship hits a home run in Surrey June 30th to July 9th. The TD Vancouver International Jazz Festival kicks off June 22nd and showcases your favorite jazz, blues, funk, and world bands at free and ticketed venues through to July 1st. Shaw hosts the 4th Annual Canada Day Parade Sunday, July 1st at 7 o'clock, followed by live coverage of the fireworks display from Canada Place. Tune in to Shaw TV Channel 4 beginning at 9 p.m.
Radar's Quality Assured Collisions FYI was presented by Radar's Quality Assured Collision.
Remember, too, Sunday nights at 6 o'clock, it's the Shop Task Meetup down here at Sunset Beach. Leon and the gang and you can practice your mad skills here. And then at 7 o'clock, they head around for a cruise on the seawall. Now, that's it for today's Express. Thanks for watching the show only on Shaw TV. And we're going to leave you with more of Leon's mad skills. I'm just keep practice standing.